Hey, we're here in New York at Pace Studios with singer Charlie Worsham. He's going to play us some songs off his new album, Beginning of Things, which is out tomorrow, April 21st. Tell us a little about the first song you're going to do for us today.
Well, Beginning of Things was a journey for me. Started at Waterloo Records in Austin, Texas. I was between tours, a little burned out, and I got these notebooks. I wrote Tell the Truth on the cover and promised to fill a page up with truth every day. And the more I did that, the more this album revealed itself. And at the end of the process, what it essentially boils down to is I fell back in love with music. And this song is one of the earlier pages when there was maybe a little more emotional bloodletting left to do.
Take it away.
I've worn suits that didn't suit me, shook hands that wouldn't shake, turned screws that only screwed me, took pills that wouldn't take. It's a hard one to swallow, but I'm done trying to follow the pack. From now on I'll be choosing based on what I feel. You can't win for losing if your unanimous appeal is the target you're shooting for. You might as well give your pistols back. Please, people, please, people, please. You can't please people, please, people, please. You can beg so pretty from your knees, but you can't please people, please, people. You'll draw blood from a turnip, eat a bowl of rainbow stew for you, satisfy them all. Well, the way that you do you, perfection is subjective. Debbie Downer ain't your friend. So go on, have your fun, don't let nothing break your smile. There will always be someone to criticize your style. Cutting other people down is a means to a miserable end. Please, people, please, people, please. You can't please people, please, people, please. You can beg so pretty from your knees, but you can't please people, please, people. Come on, everybody, listen to me. Please, people, please, please, please. Even Jesus was preaching on a mountainside, trying to teach us about love. But when crucified him, it only goes to show someone's always gotta take offense. Please, people, please, people, please. You can't please people, please, people, please. You can't beg so pretty from your knees. You can't please people, please, people. Listen to me. Please, people, please, please, please. Hey!
Thanks, Charlie.
Thank you.
So, it's been about 4 years since your debut album, Rubber Band, came out, and I know on this new record you have a little bit more sound to it, more instrumentation maybe in terms of a variety of instruments that you use. I'm wondering, you know, between these two albums, how you sort of came to make the record that you just made, Beginning of Things.
It has everything to do with the folks that surrounded me in the process. Chris Lacey at Warner Brothers, she is the pinnacle of what A&R ought to be in our town. And she beat me up on songs, pushed me on songs, and it made them better. And Frank Liddell entered the picture as producer, and he did the same. He challenged me, but also challenged me to find my own voice. Comparison is a hard thing to avoid in our world, and he got me to sort of turn the noise down and turn up what was in my heart. And that translated through the songs. It also translated through my playing. We talked a lot making this record about musical geography, because I grew up 100 miles south of Memphis, Tennessee. Sun Records, Stax Records, Muscle Shoals is right down the road. And of course, Mississippi, home of the blues and American music, really. So I sort of claimed that for myself on this album, and that's why it's a bit of a whiplash record, because it's all of my musical curiosities I explored. The other key player in this record is a guy named Eric Massey, who I met back in college days, and we moved to Nashville together about a little over 10 years ago. And we've been in every ratty basement and rented house that turned into his studio, and then eventually landed him in East Nashville at his place, the Casino. And Eric has been a crucial thread and a constant in all of my music making since I've moved to Nashville.
So it's sort of a collaborative effort, this one.
It was a combination of trusting the folks around me to step outside my comfort zone and trusting my own talent, because somewhere in those 4 years my confidence was a little shaken from all the comparing, which I'm trying not to do these days. So it feels good these days.
All right. So tell us a little bit about the next song you're going to play for us today.
I'm going to play the title track to Beginning of Things. This is a song that I didn't write, but boy, I wish I did, and I'm really grateful I got to sing it. My buddies Abe Stoklasa and Donovan Woods wrote this one. And this one, to me, the way it turned out on the record, feels like it was the story happened and the record all happened. The way we recorded it just feels so Muscle Shoals to me. And so here's the beginning of things. Well, he was born a William, but it goes by Bill. Well, he's had some big dreams, and he has them still. Well, her name's Samantha, only he calls her Sam. They grew up together right outside Birmingham. About halfway through college, with their heads in a whirl, he asked her, "Will you love me always?" She said, "I always will." And they started building a house. She's still living there now, with her half-painted porch and rusty gold ring. He only likes the beginning of things. He only likes the beginning of things. Well, Bill's getting older. He ain't settled down still. He's got a daughter out of college, and she calls him Bill. She goes to visit her mother. Well, there's good days and bad. She only recognizes her half the time, but she's always glad. She still recalls building the house as if it's happening now, with her half-painted porch and rusty gold ring. He only likes the beginning of things. He only likes the beginning of things. Soon after daughter's last visit, Samantha passes away. The whole family surrounded her just the other day. And he was the third one to get there, just mother and daughter and Bill. She said, "Mother never blamed you, but I always will." And he grabbed his coat and his hat. She ain't surprised by that. He's a half-painted porch, a rusty gold ring. He only likes the beginning of things. He only likes the beginning of things. Thank you.
So you mentioned before that song, you're from Mississippi, home of the blues, and you know there are some country legends from down your way. Tammy Wynette, Conway Twitty's from there. Charlie Pride, Marty Stewart, I think.
The father of country music himself, Jimmy Rogers.
Jimmy Rogers, that's right. Faith Hill, Leanne Rimes. So I was wondering, you know, growing up down there, you know, as you were coming up, you know, where your influences really were in that community or whatever musical roots down there, you know?
Well, I always played music. I was terrible at sports, and music just started to make sense in a way nothing else did. And so started with piano lessons. I got a banjo. My parents were very dedicated to helping me follow my heart in those things. And so we'd go get banjo lessons in Starkville, Mississippi every week, and got into the bluegrass circuit a bit. And by high school, I was playing in bar bands. And Mississippi, I just thought it was the best place in the world to be in high school playing 4 hours a night on the weekend, because I was in a band with guys that were 20 years ahead of me in terms of their experience, and playing for the kind of people that make you good, having to get their attention. And Mississippi, just there's not a ton of social insulation down there, and I think that's why there are so many artistic just legends that come out of there, because there's not much else to do. And the influences ranged all over the map. Certainly regional people that grew up there, like B.B. King. That's about the best way to learn how to play an electric guitar, because it sounds like it's simple and you think it is, but you start really digging in and it ain't. But my musical North Star is Vince Gill. And that started, my parents were always big fans of his, and I got to see, I think 9 out of my first 10 concerts were Vince Gill concerts, and the other one was the Rolling Stones. So there were definitely some good influences. I noticed some cool, a lot of my influences on the wall here, the Rolling Stones in particular.
Yeah. You know, the library here is pretty extensive.
Yes, it is.
So tell us about this last song you're going to play for us today.
Well, I'm going to play you guys my theme song. It's a song that we've sent out to radio a couple weeks ago, and it's kind of the part in those notebooks and those pages where I sort of made peace with it all and figured out how I wanted to wake up every morning, what attitude I wanted to put on. And it's fun too, because we got to shoot a music video for this. It's coming out this Saturday on CMT, and it's just been it's already been a fun ride, and we're just getting started. So this is let's cut your groove. Scuff mark scars on my kitchen floor, a decade of dancing dug into the boards. Every scratch is part of the story it tells. A pocket knife blade in my backyard tree, 2 names and a heart for the world to see. It might be crude, but it's a symphony of L-O-V-E. You got a melody, make 'em hear it, shout it out the atmosphere. Start right now, start right here, 'cause the world keeps spinning like an old Victrola, round and round, over and over. When the needle drops down, what you gonna do? Life is a record, better cut your groove. You cut your groove. Now a lot of the time you won't be on top, but when you fall off the charts, don't let it stop you. 'Cause part of the charm is a crackle and pop and the hiss. There's a song for the taste of your first kiss, a tune for the blues you feel when you miss the one you love but can't be with. It's a crazy trip, it's a crazy trip. You got a melody, make 'em hear it. Shout it out loud and clear till you rattle the walls of the atmosphere. Start right now, start right here, 'cause the world keeps spinning like an old Victrola, round and round, over and over. When the needle drops down, what you gonna do? Life is a record, better cut your groove. You cut your groove. It don't matter what it is, as long as it's true, it'll be unique to the story of you. You don't have to be famous to be famous. A-side, B-side, let it all play. Don't let the music just fade away. You don't have to be famous to be famous, no. You got a melody, make 'em hear it. Shout it out loud and clear till you rattle the walls of the atmosphere. Start right now, start right here, 'cause the world keeps spinning like an old Victrola, round and round, over and over. When the needle drops down, what you gonna do? Life is a record, better cut your groove. You cut your groove. Thank you. Thanks, y'all. Thanks for watching.
So Charlie, just real quickly, I want to give you a chance to tell everyone watching today where you're gonna be coming up. I know you got a show in New York tonight, Thursday.
That's right. We're playing New York City tonight. Me and Brandy Clark. Brandy Clark and I have been on the road now a couple weeks, and it's just been so much fun. She's one of my favorite creative people across all formats, and certainly in the country world. And we do some stuff together on stage, sing some songs together, and gosh, we're headed to Annapolis. We're going to do some fun record store day things, maybe. I don't know if I was supposed to say that yet or not, if it's public. But if you're in that part of Maryland, keep your ear to the ground, you know what I'm saying? And D.C. on Sunday, flying home Monday to the Station Inn in Nashville, Tennessee to celebrate the release of this record. And then we pick back up on the road in New Orleans.
All right. Hey, Charlie Worsham, thanks again for coming to Pace
Thanks
Studios.
for having me. Thank you guys for tuning in. And thanks everybody running all the controls back there. We got it going on.
The pleasure was all ours.
Thank you.